Have you ever said yes when every part of you wanted to say no? Yes to people, yes to plans, yes to things that drained you, yes to situations you knew you were wrong. And then later you sat there feeling exhausted, frustrated, and angry, not at them but at yourself. Because deep down you knew you didn't say yes because you wanted to. You said yes because you're guilty, because you didn't want to disappoint people, because you were afraid of being seen as rude, selfish, or difficult. And slowly that habit starts costing you your peace. Because every unnecessary yes is a silent no to yourself. Today we're talking about the art of saying no, not aggressively, not selfishly, but clearly. Because learning to say no might be one of the most important skills you will ever develop. Why does saying no feel so hard? Most people don't struggle with saying no because they're too kind. They struggle because they're afraid. Afraid of rejection, afraid of conflict, afraid of losing people, afraid of disappointing others. So instead, they choose discomfort for themselves to keep other people comfortable. They sacrifice their own peace to protect someone else's temporary feelings. Think about that, and that becomes a pattern. You answer messages you don't want to answer. You attend events you don't want to attend. You stay in relationships you've outgrown. You agree to things that leave you drained. Not because you want to, because you're scared of what happens if you say no. But here's the truth. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries will always be uncomfortable when you start creating them. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It means they were used to access they were never entitled to. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is disappoint someone else instead of constantly disappointing yourself.
Focusing is about saying no. Focusing is about saying no. And you've got to say no, 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 no. And when you say no, you piss off people. And it's really a pisser. Because you want to be nice. Your focus is about saying no. And the result of that focus is going to be some really great products where the total is much greater than the sum of the parts. And some mistakes will be made, by the way. Some mistakes will be made along the way. That's good, because at least some decisions are being made along the way. And we'll find the mistakes, we'll fix them. Mistakes will be made, some people will be pissed off, some people will not know what they're talking about, but I think it is so much better than where things were not very long ago.
Another important question is, what does every yes really cost you? People think saying yes is harmless. It's not. Every yes costs something. Time, energy, focus, peace, mental health. Every time you say yes to something unnecessary, you are spending resources you can never fully get back. And most people don't notice this until they completely burned out. Because burnout doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens in small daily betrayals. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, that's okay. Yes, I'll handle it. Until one day you can't. You're exhausted, resentful, disconnected from yourself. That's why boundaries matter. Because if you don't protect your time, someone else will use it. If you don't protect your peace, someone else will disturb it. And if you don't choose yourself, people will keep choosing themselves for you.
Why is the power of no so important?
Oh, no is everything. No is important because yes is expensive. Like when you when you say yes to something, you are committing your energy, you're committing your time, you're committing your availability. And what happens is if you give out these yeses, and it's easy to give out a yes, there's instant gratification. People love you. Oh, you're a people pleaser. Oh, there's no conflict or whatever. But what happens when you've given out so many yeses? And remember, you're a limited resource. You have limited amount of energy, limited amount of time. You're limited. So if you're giving out all your yeses all day, every day, when something that you prayed for, when something that you worked hard for, when an opportunity shows up, you're out of yeses because you spent. Yes is currency. You spend all your currency on things that matter. So I think no is important. The only way that you're going to have enough yeses to win in life is if you give a healthy amount of no's.
Your energy is expensive. Stop giving it away for free. Most people think saying no is selfish, but it's not. Let's destroy this lie right now. Saying no is not selfish. People love to call boundaries selfish when those boundaries inconvenience them. But protecting your peace is not selfish. Protecting your time is not selfish. Choosing rest is not selfish. Wanting space is not selfish. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Many people confuse kindness with self-abandonment. They think being a good person is always saying yes, always helping, always sacrificing, always being available. That's not kindness. That's emotional exhaustion with good PR. Real kindness has boundaries and real love has boundaries. Because people who truly care about you won't punish you for having limits. But how do you say no without feeling guilty? This is where people panic. Okay, but how do I actually say no? Simple, clearly, calmly, without over-explaining. Most people turn no into a 10-minute apology speech. Stop doing that. No is a complete sentence. You do not need a courtroom defense for your boundaries. Say things like, I can't commit to that right now. I won't be available to make it. That doesn't work for me. I need to pass this time. Thank you, but no. Not, sorry, maybe, I mean, if things change. No. That's not a no. That's confusion. Confusion invites pressure. Clarity protects you. Yes, you might feel guilty. That doesn't mean you were wrong. It means you're learning. Who do you need to say no to? Sometimes the hardest no is not to strangers. It's to people you love, family, friends, partners, people who expect access to you because they've always had it. That's where boundaries get tested. Because emotional pressure sounds like this. If you cared, you would. You've changed. You're being distant. And suddenly you start questioning yourself. But listen carefully. Love without respect is control. And guilt is not proof that you're doing something wrong. Sometimes guilt is just proof that you're breaking old pattern. Let them be disappointed. Your peace is not apt for negotiation. And the most important thing is, what if the person you need to say no is you? Sometimes the hardest no is to your old self. Your excuses, your procrastination, your comfort zone. Because saying no is not only about other people. It's also about refusing the patterns that keep you stuck. No to self-sabotage, no to repeating the same mistakes, no to accepting less than you deserve. Sometimes growth sounds like this. No, I won't keep doing this. No, I won't keep abandoning myself. No, I won't stay the same. That kind of no changes your life. Here's the truth. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you teach people that your boundaries are negotiable. And every time you stay silent when honesty is needed, you teach yourself that your needs come last. That has to stop because your peace matters. Your time matters, your mental health matters. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is no. Every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to the life you actually deserve. If something in this video made you think differently, comment one point that stayed with you. I'll see you in the next video.